Happy Rude Year, everybody! Yeah. Is that a duck? Oh,
No.
you were so had so. Oh God! Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you mocking me? Are you mocking me?
No,
right
I had some phlegm in my throat.
Yeah, I had something in your throat.
Yeah.
It's episode 177 of the Rude Boys Power Hour Plus. Happy Rude Year, Rude Nation. We are getting this in under the wire. The end of 2024. It's time for 2025. I'm Sherm.
I'm Tom.
We've got one more catch-up episode to get done before we enter Rudy season and the Hype Train episode, and we're doing it. This is New Year's Eve, Tom. We're putting this out New Year's Eve. Recording this New Year's Eve. We're doing this New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve, baby.
Right. When's it going out?
New Year's Eve in a few hours. We got some streaming going on for New Year's Eve in a few hours. But I'm glad you have a drink. I'm thirsty.
I'm sorry, do you want me to get you one?
Yes, please.
I bet.
It is New Year's Eve. It is a special time. Episode 177 of the RudeBoyz Power Plus. We are kicking the ass out of 2024 by doing a little special. A little something special, Tommy. Rude Boy Special. What a Rude Boy Special is for the uninitiated every time. There you go. Shot of Jameson. And a swig of champagne.
Oh!
Wow, 1 out of 5. Good.
Fuck.
The champagne of beers.
Yes.
Miller High Life. Thank you, Miller, for another sensational year.
Jordan! Kobe.
Sorry we missed your birthday last year.
Who, Jameson or?
Miller. I'm gonna play on the champagne flute. If you're fancy. What the fuck was that?
You said champagne flute.
Oh my god. First I've used it like a clarinet. I guess that's a flute, right?
Clarinet is this. Flute is this.
And what's the one that you usually do where you put it here and you tickle the ball?
Oh, you're
Skin
talking about the old skin flute.
Skin flute. Oh man, we have fun here. We have fun here on the Rude Boys Power Hour Plus. Ya motherfuckers. And so we got some champagne of beers.
We're really trying to make it look more fancy than it
Yeah, it
fucking
really
is.
isn't. These, I mean, you can see how fucking busted up these discount plastic flutes are, because they're fucking shit. Well, I don't know where you're putting it down, because we're going to do this.
Alright, well, fuck you, guy.
As you can hear, I'm running at 100% capacity right now. Clink, drink, clink, drink. Happy Rude Year. Thud. There we go. Ooh. The champagne of beers.
Oh, baby.
Well, we also have something else. Do we want to do that now, or we want to do that a little later?
We'll do that a little later, man. You gotta give me a goddamn minute. It's been a bit since we done the goddamn fucking good old-fashioned Rude Boy Special.
Yes, it is. It actually is. We don't really have a topic at play, because I would say
we don't.
You boys have been all day, every day, convening with the the Academy of Rude Arts and Sciences to finalize the Rudy's nominees and winners. We're going to be reaching out to our special presenters in our Discord, and obviously, Nation, if you hear this, reach out to us. There's still some last-minute openings. We can get you in for a presenter and a award. I guess presenter is the right word. For the Rudies. Presented. So we've been really talking about that, but I mean, we've got between the Rudy's episode and the Hype episode, we're going to be talking a lot of stuff, like we got a Spider-Man trailer, Superman trailer.
Yeah.
I've been playing some games to try to catch up for the Rudies.
I've been watching some stuff to catch up with the Rudies.
See, and I think we're all going to talk about that this episode and then the next 2 episodes.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Hype stuff is concerned. So Tommy needs a minute. I'll go through my.
What do you mean I need a minute?
You said you needed a minute. Was that me giving you a minute?
I was getting adjusted.
Okay. Well,
I didn't say. Are you hearing things?
Did say give me a minute before, so I was like, all right, I'll let you rest and recalibrate.
No, I was saying give me a minute because you wanted to do The special whiskey,
Oh, the
right?
special, yeah, the special bourbon. So we got another bourbon on deck for Who's in Your Mouth. Well, you want to tell me what you've been up to? Or do you want me to give you a minute?
No.
Okay.
This fucking guy,
I'm trying to be courteous. I don't know
fucking guy all day.
All day. I don't know why you have to... You're so surprised by my courtesy and my hospitality.
Anyway. I've been watching a couple of things.
Yeah.
I've also been just reading a lot with Marvel Unlimited.
And we'll get to it. We'll get to it eventually. I've been playing a lot of stuff not on the list because I'll figure I'll talk about it when I'm done with those things.
Exactly.
Right. You don't only have to hear me say, like, yeah, I did this thing in Zelda, I did that thing in Zelda, I did this thing in Zelda. Like, I'll wait till I have all my thoughts compiled. You know?
Cool. Can't wait.
You should wait, because I'm saving it.
I binge-watched What We Do in the Shadows final season.
Excellent season. Excellent wrap-up.
It was a good season.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say excellent season. It was a good season.
Did I say excellent?
Yes, you did.
All right. Yeah, that is a strong word. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I could definitely see, like, some of the gags were getting a little long in the tooth.
Right.
Definitely could have done without less of the creature.
Right. Well, that was the whole creature season.
Yeah. I love the whole, like, Naja and Nandor working in the same place that
and
Guillermo were working at. That shit was just funny. Like,
little Tim Heidecker in there.
Who?
That was the boss. Tim Heidecker from Tim and Eric? No? Really?
Never watched Tim and Eric.
Okay. Okay. He's in other things, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
I
knew you thought I was attacking you, and that face right there was just like... I tried to let it go, and you did not. That's what you told me when we watched Beetlejuice, and you're like, oh, that's that guy, that actor from Pacific Rim. Oh, yeah, no. And then you thought, I think you're mocking me. That's what that was.
It was the way you were responding.
If I met that dude on the street, I'd react the same way.
Yeah, but it's just, for me, it's usually...
Keyword for you.
Well, I'm used to you mocking me.
I don't know what that means.
This fucking clown.
This
fucking guy. Really fucking funny.
Yeah.
I enjoy the whole Nandor being the janitor. And I'm like, see, working for like a, corporate company now. I'm like, oh, I get it. That's how the cleaning people clean in my place.
It's accurate, yeah.
I get it now. Been watching Creature Commandos as well.
Yes, as have I.
Pretty good. I think I'm one episode behind right now.
Yeah, I think you're a little more hot on it than I am. I'm still like, I gotta wait till the whole season's done.
Yeah,
before I
same.
really come up with a
solution.
I was gonna say solution. That's not the right word.
Opinion.
A feeling of it. Yeah, an opinion.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know what I'm. It doesn't seem very James Gunn. But there are James Gunn parts of it. Like, I mean, I don't really need to see the origin of G.I. Robot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to see that shit. I don't need to be like...
Well, yeah,
Well, I am. And it's going to happen. So, like, I don't know. I gotta experience the whole season to kind of give a good idea.
Also watched Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, U-Log, Branching Out.
Is that the subtitle? Branching Out?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
This is the continuation to their Adult Swim U-Log from last year. And at first, when I started watching it, I look at my brother, I was like, this is your fucking fault. And now I'm looking forward to a third one next year.
Because you know it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. But that's all I've really been up to.
That's all you've been up to?
Just watching. I mean, I've been reading shit. Like I said, been really reading a lot of the X-Men from the Ashes books.
Okay.
That was like after the fall of X, and like where they guess what? They fucking reset every fucking book again to number 1.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean,
and they start 800 series.
Sure.
So, yeah, that's all I've been up to.
That's all you've pretty much been up to?
Yeah.
Well, I've been on a mad dash, try to try to get a couple of games in under the wire.
Yeah.
I finally finished up Star Wars Outlaws after I platinumed Astrobot. So it was all full focus into Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Outlaws is fine. It is cool to like run around in the Star Wars universe. You know what I mean? And you know, it's not like a AAA game. You know, like as janky sometimes as the Star Wars Jedi games are, this is kind of the same kind of jank. Especially like in the beginning when the game first came out, and it was needed a couple patches, needed a little more time to cook in the oven, basically. It was kind of messy, and even like I had a game-breaking bug that I needed to wait till I got patched.
Right.
Thankfully, Astrobot was released, and I was able to play that. But and then Rootober, and then everything like that happened. But yeah, like story, I don't really give a flying fuck about. Your character Kay Vess, she's like a scoundrel, and she basically has to kind of come up with a team to do a big heist, you know, and that's cool because it's cool to not have Jedi shit. You know what I mean? Like
right.
that's your Jedi games. You got Jedi shit in your Jedi games. This is like, you know, shooting and like stuff, and they have like a full blown ass. You could play Sabacc, that the card game that like they played in solo, and that Han won the Millennium Falcon from Lando with. And I got into it before the patch. And then the patch hit, and then I played Astrobot, and then I played Midnight Suns, and then, like, I could not be bothered to play Sabacc ever again. Because there's, like, you know, you can, like, cheat in it and stuff, you know, because you're a scoundrel. And that's a cool thing. You have, like, a co-pilot who's, like, one of those, the battle droids, but, like, not the big ones and not the small ones, like the ones in between. Like, the B2s, they call them. They were, like, the special ops in Clone Wars.
Okay.
Pretty cool stuff, you know, and like you have like a Rodian character and like this guy. It's good Star Wars stuff,
right? Without it being Star Wars stuff.
Yes,
right.
Like you don't need like I will say there is a Force user in the game that is, I think when you see him, okay, I gave the gender away. When you see this character, and Kay Vess is like, holy shit, what the fuck was that all about? You know, that's cool because it's like you don't see that at all in the game, except into this one moment. No, I'm not gonna spoil it. It does take it takes place between Empire and Return of the Jedi, so you can probably, you know,
it's Kit Fisto.
Figure it out. I mean, I don't know. Kit Fisto is killed on one of the planets, right? In the Order 66.
No, he dove, didn't he? Didn't he dive when he was getting shot at?
No, I think he got shot on like a bridge or something like that.
I don't think so.
Remember. You don't think so? You know, Kit Fisto is Dave Filoni's favorite Force user, so who knows? He ironically, when Mandalorian season 2 was finishing up, oh no, he likes Ki-Mundi. One of them, I forget, because they didn't want to spoil.
Told you, Kit Fisto did not survive Order 66.
Because they didn't want to, they wanted to keep Luke's return under wraps.
Right.
They were like, "Oh, it's Kit Fisto." You know, everybody's like, "Ooh, that's cool." Like, but everybody's like, "Really, really, Dave? Is that really cool?" But turns out it was a lot better than what we expected. But anyway, Star Wars Outlaws is still fun. You might want to fuck around with it at one point, Tom. I wouldn't get too invested.
No, right now.
What I mean? I know you're all about Ghost of Tsushima, which I'm super digging for you.
Baby, that game is so good.
But yeah, just to like, I don't know, when you go to Tatooine and you can like go to Mos Eisley, you're like, oh, that's cool, you know. You go to the Sarlacc pit, you know, and the other planets, like, it doesn't really give a shit, but like, you know, the creature design is really cool. Like, it's really good.
Right.
Like, Jabba the Hutt's in the game because it deals with the criminal underworld and shit. And like, he looks like you're watching Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Like, it is so good.
Nice.
Like, I actually used the screenshot button on the fucking DualSense because I'm like, I need to take a picture of this too.
Yeah.
Like, this is like really cool. The human characters look like hot
Dog
trash,
shit.
but that's an open world game. What are you gonna do? Though I do gotta say, playing games like Indiana Jones and the Great Circle currently,
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima, even that. I mean, that's like a PS4 game.
That game is so beautiful.
Great Circle and Call of Duty 6, Black Ops 6. Like, Jesus Christ, man, these are some good looking graphics. You know, go figure. I'm such a Nintendo kid, and I'm like,
when he didn't make them look like the Blue Man Group.
Oh, that was very funny though. Yeah, and if you missed that, Nation, that's part of our RudeBoyz be streaming. Sunday streamies.
20-minute streamy.
Well, it was about like 59 minutes, so it worked out to about an hour of me just fumbling around in menus.
Yeah, I was gonna say 20 minutes of gameplay, fucking half hour of you fucking around in menus,
and having a monologue of our boy TJ getting
yeah,
into
and
retro
then you
games.
got us kicked off.
They listen. They I don't know. They can't handle my shit. I gotta make sure I'm on the right internet network when we do the stream later, because we're gonna be streaming something later tonight before the balls drop. That'll be the episode title, Before the Balls Drop.
Let the balls drop.
What else have I been up to? Crow Country. Crow Country was a game I wanted to play for Rudetober, but it just never hit a sale. And I was like, I don't know if I should buy it for this. I put it up to the nation. They wanted me to more play Silent Hill and all these other games. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put a pin in that. Hit a sale, end of the year. Played it. Fucking dug the shit out of it, man. Like, that is cool. It's like a isometric. It almost looks like a PlayStation 1 horror game. Right. But like it's almost got like kind of like a top-down view, like a little angled isometric, they call it. And you play as a young detective, and she's going through an abandoned theme park to try to it's a missing persons report, and there's monsters and puzzles and shit like that, and the writing is very clever. Definitely worth people's time if you can get it on a discount. I mean, it's $20. Fuck it, I've spent more on it for less. The sale definitely helps. And it was a lot of fun. It was a few hours too.
Okay,
I highly recommend it. I think you might dig it.
I don't know. I was looking at the graphics and gameplay.
Not for you.
I just don't. It wasn't clicking for me.
All right, I didn't think it would click for me too. But like, as soon as you get into it, you're like, oh, this is like I'm playing a game.
Right.
Not like I'm a little kid playing it, but like because real life, like I'm playing it. The screen is kind of like a CRT filter, and it has like a bit of a haze to it. Like, they do not shy away from that, which I appreciate, you know? I know there's like a game that came out maybe a few years ago. It's like on Steam or something like that. I think it was called like 1990X, and it was like I'm probably smashing together several games. It was like a throwback Doom clone, but obviously made modern, you know?
Okay.
So, like, it was an homage. This is an homage. Like, you know, it's not a game. It's not balls hard, like games would be back then, only because of, like, limitations.
If your balls are hard.
If your balls are hard, go see a doctor. 2025, go see a doctor, okay, everybody? Hey, if your balls are hard now, go see a doctor.
Relax.
I'm just trying to give a public service announcement.
Doctors are like fucking stupid ass McDonald's.
Oh, right. Okay, Tom.
Tinfoil. Tinfoil!
Yeah, alright.
Tinfoil hat, baby!
The last game I'll talk about is, I totally forgot, Rise of the Golden Idol. So I didn't finish this game just yet. This is a 2024... Suck a fucking dick. Tom, on the notes, can you just write Before the Balls Drop before I forget? So I remember the title. Thank you, sir. Return of the Golden Idol. This is a sequel to a game, I think it's called Rise of the Golden Idol. It's like a mystery... I'm just going to call it a mystery game. Mystery adventure game. It is, and both games, if you have a Netflix subscription, it is free to download, because they have like a way they distribute games for free.
Right.
So I was like, fuck yeah, it's free, I'll try it. I think the game looks like absolute... it looks like wet shit. It looks so gross, and that was a huge turnoff for me. But because people were like, "Oh, it's a really good story," and this and that.
Is it meant to look like wet dog shit?
I mean, it's supposed to. It's like the drawings are so ugly, and I've told you, like, I can't read comics that have ugly art.
Yeah, you like Chris Bocciolo.
Chris Bocciolo. I grew up with him with Generation X, so there's that.
Sorry, garbage.
Okay, all right. Well, who do you like that I hate?
No one. Because all the artists I like are fucking chef's kiss, baby.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do.
Yeah, I'll have to find somebody out. I know you don't like you don't like a lot of guys I also don't like, so that doesn't help. You also don't like a lot of things I like.
Well, a lot.
Your Venn diagram of shit you hate eclipses all the shit I like. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you're making me out to be a villain.
Rise of the Golden Idol has an overreaching plot of this idol that can, like, take people's memories and, like, basically mind control people. But how it's given to you, like the levels, air quote, they're cases. So it's like you see this thing that's happening on the screen, just like it's like one picture of like an auction. Okay,
right.
So it's people bidding on items, and this one has like a second. Like if you flip to the next page, let's say, it's something that happened in an hour later where there's a murder, but like the lights are out, so it's like you have to now figure out the names of everybody there.
So it's like Among Us.
No, it's people call it almost like Mad Libs because there's an events thing. You have to basically see what's going on and investigate, like, what's this person saying? What's in this person's pockets? And then flip to, and I'm just using this as an example, flip to when the murder happens and then be like, oh, well, this person has the keys, but they said they were going to steal the keys from this person. So it's like you have to kind of like deduct. Huh. It's pretty interesting. Being that it's free with Netflix subscription helps because I'm like, I'm already spending on Netflix, so I don't really give a shit.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, I'll give it a shot. But the whole Mad Libs portion comes into play because there's an events log where it's basically just like, because blank blank did blank blank, and it's like you have to fill in the words based off your investigation.
Right.
So you get names, you get items, you get like verbs, sort of things. You know what I mean? And they're obviously it's not like it's not a dictionary worth of shit, but it's like what's happening in this one case.
Right.
And sometimes, and this is what's kind of cool with the game, is that you might think, you're like, okay, David hit the ball through the window. But it was like, but that's wrong. And you're like, oh, wait a minute. So then you have to start maybe like, could it be this person? And then, obviously, that's a very mild example, but then you're like, oh, he shot a gun or something. You're like, oh, shit, there was a gun. Like, you're kind of like, it's kind of interesting like that. Because sometimes I feel like I was hitting my head against the wall because I'm like, I don't really get it. So then you have to kind of like just start exchanging other words.
Okay.
And then it's like a plot twist that you made, if that makes sense. Uh-huh. Like you put those puzzle pieces together and you're like, oh shit, like this is what really happened, And that doesn't happen very often because it is rewarding in the sense that you did a good job, you investigated properly. But when it does shit like that, you're like, oh, all right, interesting. Again, the graphics don't look great. And it is obtuse, but it is fun. I played on the train, and I can get a case in while I'm on my way to work, and vice versa.
Cool.
And I'm almost done. And it's a game that came out in 2024, and I'm going to finish it this year. So that's neat. And that's all I've been up to. Tommy, it is the holiday season.
It's the holiday season, so up to you.
And I think it's time for one more beverage, and maybe we'll do the giving of the gifts. And as a gift to the nation, I'm going to include the audio file of our latest RudeBoyz rank up as an accompaniment to this shortened kick it out the door episode of Goodbye 2024.
That's all fucking out of here.
So I'll get the gifts. You want to tell us a little bit about this bad boy? What we got here?
Sure.
I don't know if you don't have to name names or anything. You can.
I won't.
All right, that's fine.
Plus, I don't know the proper information.
Understandable. I'm going to turn the fan on. Is that okay?
No.
All right.
Doesn't anyway. Fucking rude.
Yep. RudeBoyz.
This is called 39th Parallel Small Batch Rye Whiskey.
What's the ABV? Or the percentage, whatever. Either one.
40%.
Okay, 40%.
80 proof.
80 proof.
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna read the blurbs?
One of America's most significant. Oh man, fuck that! Way too many big words right off the bat. All right, so we're gonna try this out.
Yeah. So this was gifted to us.
Yes.
By a friend of a friend, we'll say.
Yes.
And we're gonna try it live on air. This is a rye whiskey. Just gonna turn this laptop. You need a box cutter or something?
Something. I need safety scissors.
I need an adult.
We definitely need an adult on this fucking show.
What was that?
That's it.
Did you hear that? Was that me using the horn? I think it was. Yeah, that was me. It was me using the horn, all right. Are you okay?
Would you calm down?
No, I see you fumbling there with a sharp object. I'm worried.
Calm down.
So we're gonna do a little
taste test.
Yeah. So Tom, as my resident taste victim, Sure Mix-a-Lot 64 on Instagram, the taste victim. How do you talk to me about your process?
I put it in my mouth.
Okay.
And I swish it around.
Sure. Oh, he smells the cork. He smells the bottom.
Whew.
Yeah.
It actually smells kind of weak.
So my body is
Racked.
weak. Racked is the proper word. So I don't know if I'm going to give a proper
Smell.
taste. Yeah, whatever. That smells like booze.
That smells like
That definitely smells like booze. All right. So what do we do, Tommy? We keep it in our mouth for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Depending on how long you can hold it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth.
Uncorrigible. What does it say? What we should be getting? No. Usually they say, you get it has a note of cherry and butterscotch from non-chilled meticulous barrel selection. Okay, dude.
Cool. Pretentious.
All right, ballroom. Link it up. That's an inside joke from like an hour ago. It's not bad. Burns a lot, though.
Huh?
Burns a lot, though.
It does burn.
Could just be my weakened immune system.
No. I'm there with you.
I got burns on the tongue.
Yeah, it doesn't burn going down.
Yeah, and I didn't feel that.
You get warm when it goes down.
One more time.
You get warm when it goes down.
Warm.
You taste the butterscotch. I could taste the butterscotch a little bit, and then the cherry.
I made it up. No, I didn't make it up. Imagine if I did. Gaslighting you, and that's the proper definition of gaslighting.
Yeah, you piece of
That's
shit.
probably tricking you because you had a reaction based off of something I told you.
Yeah.
So like placebo effect.
Maybe. You're nursing that little shot there, baby boy.
Yeah, because I'm not ready for it. You know me. Come on.
You want me to hold your hand?
I'm really not tasting anything like cherry or anything. That's really fucking funny. I did say it and I tasted it.
So you gaslight yourself.
Yeah, I did basically, yes.
Dumbass.
I could say something very rude right now, but I'm going to save it. Alright, let's do giving of the gifts.
Giving of the gifts. Alright, so I have decided I am officially foregoing wrapping.
Okay.
I'm just doing gift bags.
Meanwhile, I got this wonderful little
Oh, shut the fuck
wrapping
up!
No. Dollar Tree.
Oh, I know.
Has some fucking crazy cool.
Oh yeah, no, that's where I was getting all my gift wrapping.
Like this is fucking Ninja Turtles
This
from
was Dollar Tree as well.
there you go.
I'm glad that we decided that's what we're both working.
Listen, we understand what wrapping paper is.
Yeah.
And wrapping situations are.
I don't know which one you should be opening first.
Oh shit.
Here.
What the hell? Oh boy. Tommy, what did you do?
I done something.
Okay.
Go.
Alright, I'm gonna open up one.
Alright.
This is. Should I close my eyes so you can
Hey,
see if it is?
whatever
Alright.
if you want.
This is. I'm very excited for this. My voice didn't say it. Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 4. Fantastic. Because I could not continue my Ultimate Spider-Man read-along.
Right.
Does this take you right to the death of Ultimate Spider-Man? I think so. Nice. Nice. Oh, go heavy boys, man. My Omni collection is...
You're gonna have to get steel shelves.
I'm gonna have to get a fucking shelf, to be honest. And then, whoa, Ultimate Spider-Man number 3.
Yup.
Oh man, I'm pretty sure this is where I ended up.
Well, yeah,
That's my Ultimate collection. No, I know. Yeah, I remember this. I remember when he fought Silver Sable. Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah. That's because I read the Carnage stuff separately. Sorry. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's way too much.
Oh, stop it.
That's way too much bookage, and that's way too much money spent.
Shut up, you idiot. Really? You're gonna play that game, you fuck?
What is that, Tom?
What the fuck? So, god damn, no, hold on. We're gonna have to open this and get a picture.
Do you have the box cutter?
I wasn't gonna.
That's over. Well, I mean, I don't know if there's tape and shit on the box.
I don't know.
I don't feel like is that a box cutter?
What the fuck? Man? What the fuck? Okay, yeah, there's tape on the box. Shut up. Oh man, I'm just gonna be walking into work and just fucking clobbering.
Kind of what I
Oh yeah.
anticipated happening.
What the
I
fuck?
hope it
Huh?
looks like it should be like.
It's a goddamn Captain America shield.
Yes, it is.
Jesus, dude. What the fuck?
I just see it out the box. They're like, holy fucking shit, that's fucking dope.
What the hell? That's ridiculous.
It is, but I mean, listen, Christmas is about shit you want. Look at that. Holy shit. It's got the fucking
straps. What the?
Holy, that's fucking badass.
That's pretty fucking dope.
Oh my god, you're gonna fucking
Oh, someone's getting fucked up.
Yeah, you're gonna get fucking off your brother's head or something like that.
I'm gonna learn how to throw this thing.
So Tommy got a big old Captain America shield.
Yeah, yes I did. Dude, this is too much. The fuck?
That's fucking dope.
That really is.
I saw that and I'm like, Tom needs that.
It's that.
Can I take a picture real quick? Excellent. All right. And that, Rude Nation, is our last new content recorded via podcast form of 2024. Thank you for joining us. It's been a wacky year for
It
the
has.
boys, but
It has.
2025.
2025 is
The
gonna
future,
be
baby.
awesome.
The future,
Hell
baby.
yeah.
And we got to gear up for Rude Boys be streaming on twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469. But if you hear this now, or whenever you hear this, chances are we did that already. So go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/@RudeBoyz469. And hopefully I'll sound better next time for the Rudies. I hope so. And God willing. Hey! Jinx. And happy Rude Year Nation. We love you. And we'll see you next year.
Goodbye. Oh.
Not goodbye, because I'm going to put on the Rude Boys rank up. Okay, but you can listen to that. Okay, now goodbye.
Should have an audio version of this as well. I'm going to start to vamp. Rude Nation, it's time once again for our Rude Boys rank up. We do these from time to time when we think it's necessary. This is a little bit of a mini Rude Boys rank up. We've done Rude Boys rank ups based off of WrestleMania main events. We've done Rude Boys rank ups on Money in the Bank winners. We've done them on Royal Rumble winners. We've done them on Spider-Man movie costumes. I think we've done them on, the first 3 phases of the MCU. Maybe a little bit of 4. All these rank ups can be found actually at this link right here. There's no easy way to do this, but right here, bit.ly/Rude Boys rank up. That is a small archive of all of our rank ups that we've done. Who the fuck are we? I'm Sherm.
How the fuck are we to do this?
And that's Tom.
Hi.
Over there on the left. We have a dual camera situation going on right now. But we are using the fancy-dancy formula known as Tier Master to do a little bit of a Rude Boys rank up, where we rank things rudely. I just went to full screen, so hopefully that doesn't screw up. We have it up on the big screen, so Tom can see what's happening. It is going to be a little delayed, but, you can still see what's happening. You still pimping us out, Tommy? Nationwide?
Always.
Rude Nationwide?
Always.
Alright, so you want me to go through the tiers?
Yes, go through
Alright,
the tiers,
so
please.
what we have is this is the Rude Academy Arts and Science, the same team that puts together our Rudies, our annual awards events, which is the only annual award event that really matters. And that's going to be coming out in January. But what we have here, our ranking system, top tier, such good shit. Realizing now that a Predator said that, and we should probably maybe change that. But for now, that's a 2025 resolution. For now,
That's a 2025 problem.
it's called such good shit. Number 2, I'll drink to that. Not the best, but still really good.
Yes.
While we're on the topic, I'll drink to that. We have a little spiked Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You can show the brand to the camera, Tommy. I'll show mine. You show yours. I'll show mine if you show yours. He has a big delay on that bad boy. What are you
That's
gonna do?
alright.
We are a little delayed. All right, let's thud it up once you get it cracked open.
Yeah, I know.
And we might be throwing some coquito in this.
I'm
Later.
like you. I can't open up a can.
Well, apparently, I opened up mine, so I don't know what's wrong.
For one. Oh man.
Here we go.
Sprayed everywhere.
Oh no, Affiliate can't hear us. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no! The whole time. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Hold on. Hold tight. Hold please.
Boy.
Hold please. I think it went through Audacity fine.
We're new at
yeah.
this.
What's up with this? What's up with this? What's up with this?
We're terrible at this.
Oh goodness.
I
mean, the audio's been picking up for the past 3 minutes, which is good. Laptop, why don't you work? Check. Check. Oh goodness.
Can you hear us
Oh goodness.
now?
No, I don't. I'm not seeing any sort of. Hold on. Properties. Default. Microphone array.
This might be longer than we thought.
Nope. All right. We got some bars going on. How do we sound now?
I can hear.
Okay. Cool. Oh, you can hear too. You're on. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, thankfully we recorded the audio separately through Audacity. Long story short, RudeBoyz Rank Up, Marvel Trilogies. You can find all of our previous rank ups, bit.ly/RudeBoyz Rank Up. All lowercase. We've done Marvel movies. We've done Spider-Man costumes, Royal Rumble winners, Money in the Bank winners. Check this out. Right now we're doing Marvel movie trilogies, which encompasses all Marvel movie trilogies, pre and co-MCU. I'm Sherm. That's Tom. We're drinking Dunkin' Spiked coffee, thud it up from one camera to another. Whoa!
That's gonna look terrible.
I think it looked great.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, our ranking system is as follows again.
In case you didn't hear it the first time.
Which nobody did. To quote a Predator, such good shit is the top of the top. I'll drink to that. It's fine is a very Shermism of things being like, meh. What were they thinking, which is the negative of that, you know? Like, what were they thinking, you know? Oh, come on. And then it's trash, which is a Thomism.
Yeah.
Of, it's trash, you know? We are going to go in... so this is... I put this list together from when the third movie of that trilogy came out.
Okay.
So that's what we have going on for that. I'm going to try... Again, I planned to do this maybe a month ago. We planned. The seed was planted to put this together. So I do have some notes with these trilogies, but now I have to kind of dig them out. There's one thing. All right, so I'm going to keep that available for me, and let us start with the first Marvel trilogy. Pause. Before I get involved, we will rank this up. We will try to come to some sort of agreement. However, Tom and I have a veto, and the veto can be vetoed. So, like, if he wanted something higher or lower, or vice versa, we could just be like, no, fuck you. The Rude Nation also has a veto. So right now that's Affiliate up in the chat. She's our wonderful mod. And on twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469. And She also has a veto. Well, the chat has a veto, but it's probably just going to be affiliate in the chat. So there you go. But then we're going to hopefully come to some sort of a list. You know what I mean? So the first trilogy to have come out under the Marvel banner, the Blade trilogy. Tom, Tom, tell us a little bit about the Blade trilogy while I pull up. It's a 1998 movie.
Yes.
Followed by Blade 2 in 2002.
Directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Followed by Blade Trinity, which came out in 2004.
Yes.
Directed by David S. Goyer, who also wrote it, who did the story and screenplay for Batman Begins and Dark Knight, and also Batman vs. Superman, the Sandman Netflix series. He's been doing some comic book stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
David S. Goyer is very well known.
Comic fantasy.
In the comic book industry.
Blade, the first real. I mean, we've talked about. We did a pre-MCU Marvel movies episode of the Rude Boys Power Hour Plus, and obviously Blade was the one that kind of kicked it off, because before that you had Captain America and a Punisher movie and Howard
Fantastic
the Duck. Four. So Blade definitely was like, oh, Marvel's here. You know, Marvel's back, baby. We're not really back because they were bankrupt, and this is what they had going on now.
They sold their souls.
Obviously starring Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
I'm just checking out some stats as well. But I am going to be honest with you. I do not have enough information about this trilogy as I would. So I refer to you, Tommy, to tell me a little bit about it. Talk to me.
What do you want to know?
No, tell me, pitch me where Blade should go in this movie.
Blade should definitely go in such good shit.
Such good shit, okay.
The music, the first one, right off the bat, was just, like, the whole first scene, like, at the rave and everything.
Yes,
like,
I remember that.
Yeah, I know, and you fell asleep because
I'm a sleepy boy.
Because you can't keep your fucking eyes open during a goddamn movie.
I'm a sleepy boy. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be shaming me.
Oh, no, you get shamed.
Shouldn't be shaming me.
You do.
Shouldn't be shaming me.
Such good shit. The second one, like I said, directed by Guillermo del Toro. The vampire design is...
Was that with Stephen Dorff, or that was the first one with Stephen Dorff?
The first one was Stephen Dorff. Okay. Donald Logue was in it.
Right, yes.
Chris Christopherson plays Whistler, who's like his man in the chair. Mm-hmm. Also his mentor. And then the second one has Chris Christopherson's in it again. Spoiler. Even though he
Whistler
dies. Yeah.
Not spoiler, Whistler.
No. That's a veto.
That's a veto. You know what? Whatever. I can't wait. Cannot wait to veto your ass.
Yeah. Norman Reedus. That was actually the first thing I ever saw Norman Reedus in.
Okay. Was
the second one. The third one had Triple H, Ryan Reynolds, Jessica Biel.
Right.
Ron Perlman as well in the second one. Yes, love. Thank you.
So,
such good shit. Like,
you're putting it in such good shit.
Yes.
Now, you are...
Especially since I saw the first Blade movie probably about 25 times in theater.
So now you're going to say that the
legit.
Blade trilogy is a good trilogy of movies. And we were talking about this off air. You're, like, as far as a thread of movies, you like it. That's where you want to put it? Such good shit?
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot. I have no.
Even though the third one is the weakest of them,
okay,
it still has its moments.
Okay,
so
I'll put in such good shit. I've got no problem with that. Something I am familiar with now. X-Men. Sorry, X-Men. This is the original Bryan Singer, we'll call it trilogy. The ones that came out in 2000. So we have Deedly Doo. X-Men coming out in 2000, followed by X2, X-Men United, came out in 2003. Man, movies when they had that quick turnaround, you know. And X-Men The Last Stand, which is a Rude Boys Go to the Movies classic that I fell asleep in. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that?
I think we both
2006.
fell.
Yeah, I think that might have been the case.
I'm pretty sure
yeah.
the audio has both of us snoring.
Probably, yes.
At points on that movie.
Famously, Singer did not come back to direct X-Men: The Last Stand because I think he was doing Superman Returns.
At that
point.
and Fox was fighting
And he's
him.
also a fucking pedophile.
Well, this was
Done
before,
by Brett Ratner. This was before that.
This
yes.
was before we knew
This was
him
pre-canceling
being a
of him.
dirtbag.
X-Men also, the X-Men trilogy, fun fact, is the... Never mind, it doesn't appear on that list I'm about to talk about. But whatever. You can't talk about pre-MCU movies without talking about Blade and without talking about X-Men.
Yeah.
I really do think X-Men should belong in such good shit. I think 1 and 2 are great. 3 is a mess. However, those threads and how we're talking about the trilogies go, it talks about... first off, X-Men is a good team movie.
Okay.
X2, really, you're kind of slanting into Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
I really think you bring the team back because you have focus on Rogue. Not really focus on Rogue because she does really disappear in this whole movie. But, like, she has a plot thread, you know what I mean? You got the kids, you've got all the dumb Phoenix stuff that they can never get straight.
It's fucking hard.
You know what I mean? Well, apparently it is. Except if you look at the cartoons. But I think there is reason... Because you see them, they start off as a fucking team, you know? In X3. Because I don't have to speak for 1 and 2. Like, those movies are very much, like... You don't... Yeah, got it. You want to talk about the Hall of Fame of Marvel movies, but that's up there. 3 has wrinkles, has warts, but I think is not executed great. But it does deal with the team coming together, you know, and trying to go against Magneto, which, of course, is shoehorned and stuff like that. But I think, you know, for the warts that I've at least heard about Blade Trinity... I think that. What do you think?
I would put it in such good shit if it wasn't for the third one.
Okay.
The only
problem is you can't have a trilogy without the third one, though.
Oh,
and
shit.
I understand there's always going to be a weak link,
right?
You know.
Now, the only reason I'm not bumping this down to it's fine is one, Kelsey Grammer as
perfect casting, very good casting,
perfect,
very good casting.
The only reason it's not going in such good shit, is Halle Berry as Storm. I did not like that casting.
Okay, so I understand that's a. Okay, so did that counteract? But I mean, what about other?
Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Beautiful.
All right, there you go. You know,
and Patrick Stewart. I mean, and honestly, even James Marsden as Cyclops was very.
Okay. You got Ian McKellen, you got Rebecca Romijn, you've got Shawn Ashmore, you've got who else? The dude who played Stryker was great.
Brian Cox?
Yes.
Was that Brian?
I think so, yeah.
I think you're right, yeah.
I think... So, what, we're going to say a drink to that?
I'll put it in drink to that. I know you said such good shit.
Well, yeah, I think I'm feeling in both. Believe me, but I can speak for it.
Tyler Mane as Sabretooth.
Tyler Mane is perfect. Yeah, great example. Yeah. Tyler Mane is Sabretooth.
Yeah, I'll say I'll drink to that.
Okay. All right. I'm cool with that. All right. Well, obviously, without talking about Blade and X-Men pre-MCU movies, you can't also not talk about Spider-Man.
Correct.
So Spider-Man is number 3 on our highest grossing comic book movie trilogies. $2.5 billion. Spider-Man. 2002, starring Tobey Maguire, followed by S2, Spider-Man United. 2004. That's not what it's called. Followed by Spider-Man 3, if you can believe it. 2007. Also, Spider-Man 3, I think that was our first RudeBoyz go to the movies.
That was, yeah.
I think so, yes. Notoriously bad.
Rented it from the library.
That's what you... Oh, yeah, we had to, yes, because I didn't have a DVD copy of that.
I refused.
So, as much as I was gushing about the X-Men trilogy, which I have less love for, the Spider-Man movies, I think the threads between 1 and 2
Would work better if you said the legs.
were great. That's not how you say that word, that phrase, though. Zoom in on that.
Wait for it.
I think as much of a mess, we get the delay. As much of a mess, and as much as Sony got their fucking hands up in the mix, I think it's good because it shows how Peter's arc in 3 is direct from 2, meaning that he finally was able to balance it. He was succeeding, and then all the black suit stuff that happened was like, meh, and then they had to shoehorn Venom in, you know what I mean? I know the original plan was for Raimi to have a 3 and 4 situation where instead of Sandman, I think it was Vulture, and Venom was going to be the villain in the 4th movie.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Affiliates agreed in the chat. Peter was not the problem.
Yeah.
That 3 was some wacky stuff. Also, the portrayal of Venom was, I think, is fine as being like an anti-Spider-Man, like the dark Spider-Man,
Which
like
is how he was
in the original.
Also in the Ultimate Universe. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, he was still like a big bulky monster.
Like Peter,
boy.
Eddie Brock was like the opposite of what Peter Parker was,
Right.
but they were still both like lanky and like
Right.
But when Eddie Brock got the costume, he was a big
I agree.
growling monster.
Yes. But with that being said, I think 3 definitely does. It's not 3 amazing movies with an incredible story threaded. Right. There are issues. And we're going to talk about casting. I do have an issue with Kirsten Dunst's casting. I do not like her at all. I do not like her portrayal of Mary Jane. Even like James Franco as Harry. Actually, no, I do like. So, I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
He's so creepy. Willem Dafoe,
Alfred Molina, Thomas Hayden Church, J.K. Simmons. Amazing casting all throughout. You can't forget about who's Sam Raimi's brother? Ted Raimi. You can't forget about Ted Raimi.
Bruce Campbell.
Of course, Bruce Campbell.
In all 3.
I am so willing to put it in such good shit only because of Spider-Man bias and Spider-Man favoritism, but I would understand if we would just want to drink to that.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I mean, my issues with the Tobey Maguire.
Sure.
Like, the whole, you really don't see how smart he... you see him more as a photo.
Fair.
Like a
photographer.
Like a photographer.
Yeah.
You don't see how smart he is because they took the lazy route of giving him organic web shooting.
Yep.
Which I hate.
Yes.
I mean, but those first 2 were good.
Those first 2 are really good.
And Alfred Molina is just so
Alfred
good.
The cast is incredible, you know what I mean? It is Sam Raimi as fuck, that movie.
Yeah.
So what do you say? I mean, it's in the top 2 tiers, I'd have to say. I cannot go any further than that.
You put it. I put X-Men in. I'll drink to that. I let you decide.
I honestly, I want to put it in such good shit, but I'm more comfortable putting it in I'll drink to that.
Okay.
And I think a lot of that is the 3rd movie, and it's my own... But again, that could be me being very close to it and...
Right.
Not liking Kirsten Dunst and some of the direction that 3 was in.
Okay.
But again, there's certain web strands that go between the 3 movies that...
there you go.
That kind of connect everything together. Which is how I'm viewing these things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm trying to view it as a trilogy. You know what I mean? And as you can see, there's some movies that are 3 movies that have been not included on this list. Like, let's talk about Thor real fast. So there's 4 Thor movies. Mm-hmm. If there were 6 Thor movies, God help us. But then we would then break down the first 3 to the second 3. Right. You know what I mean? Right. As of right now, next year we've got a 4th Captain America movie coming out. But right now we're dealing with the Steve Rogers trilogy.
Right.
That's it. And then maybe if we get in across the Beyond the Spider-Verse, we're gonna do we'd be adding that. But what's up? Tommy's catching up with the chat.
You don't have the Avengers trilogy on here?
There's 4 Avengers movies, Tom. You
Oh,
can't.
yeah. No. You're right. Yeah, okay.
Believe me, yeah.
I'm
that was something that was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about Age of Ultron.
A lot of people did.
Yeah.
A lot of people did.
Honestly, that movie does get better each time I watch it.
I dig it. No, I dig it.
Yeah.
It's like my least favorite Avengers.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it. All right, this is a sidebar. I think like Endgame might be my second least, only because of like Infinity War is so good, and the first Avengers is so good.
Yeah.
I mean, to say that it's the second worst is like they're all really good.
Yeah.
But like
right.
I like those two in that order.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But and I think we talked about it in the previous rank up. Yeah. The next one we're right into the MCU, baby. Iron Man, our 6th highest grossing comic book trilogy movie at $2.47 billion.
I love Dr. Evil shit.
Iron Man. 2008, starring this young up-and-comer, Robert Downey Jr. Hope he makes it big at some point. I don't know. Followed by 2010's Iron Man 2 and 2013's Iron Man 3. This is our first MCU trilogy. Mm-hmm. This is our first... I mean, it was really... Wasn't it like back... It was Iron Man and then Hulk and then Iron Man 2, right?
Yeah.
And Hulk and Iron Man 2 kind of came out
Yeah.
real close together, I remember. And then... movies happened, phases happened, and then you get Iron Man 3 after the first Avenger. After the first Avengers movie.
Right.
Because we're going to get back to that. I thought that the Iron Man franchise... I'm going to say the first Iron Man. The first Iron Man was such a breath of fresh air. Because I think this was around the same time also Batman Begins came out. Mm-hmm. And comic book movies were, like, in a way.
Yeah.
Because, like, they didn't know what to do with it. They were, but, like, I didn't see anything that was such a cartoon,
mm-hmm.
like a live-action cartoon, like Iron Man.
Right, yeah.
Like, I thought it was incredible. And we're now still running into the same situation where you have a strong first, second act in the trilogy, and then the third act, maybe not so much. What are your thoughts, Tom? About the trilogy of the story of Iron Stark, of Iron Man, Tony Stark, and these MCU ones are going to be a little tricky as well because, like, Iron Man shows up in Avengers, and Civil War, what I mean? Like, these characters still live and breathe in the universe proper in the MCU.
The first one I fucking loved.
Yeah, one of my favorite MCU movies.
Like, I remember... Because, like you said, I think that and Batman Begins came out very close to each other. And I was just like, holy shit, this is so, like... I like it so much better than Batman Begins. I
really do like Batman Begins, but like, I was like, wow, that was great.
Batman Begins was just so, like, fucking get on with it already.
Yeah.
Iron Man was just like boom, 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 boom.
Yes.
Like I love that one. Like I love that scene when he goes to stop like the
tank,
and he just shoots at it and then just walking away from it. Like amazing.
Chef's kiss. Beautiful. Love it. Love that stuff.
Yeah, I like Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper.
Yeah.
Jon Favreau directing.
Yeah.
And playing Happy. The second one I liked because that was kind of dealing with like the demon in the bottle, type of thing,
which is like the only Iron Man story.
Yeah, because he was kind of facing it. Well, yeah,
classic. Yeah, well, yeah. All right, well.
He was also kind of facing his own mortality.
Yes,
as well.
Yes.
At the end of the first Iron Man, we see Sam Jackson as Nick Fury.
And then you get him more in Iron Man 2. Yep. You get Scarlett Johansson. Iron Man 2 also, RudeBoyz Go to the Movie. We did that right around the when Black Widow came out. You've got oh my goodness gracious, Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer, who's very underutilized. You
Would
have
love to see him come back.
which hopefully he will. I think in like Armor Wars or Ironheart or something. You have oh my goodness gracious,
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey
as
Rourke.
Whiplash.
Yes, thank you.
And that was like a Mickey Rourke burst because he was getting casted in everything.
Oh yeah, post wrestler. Yeah,
Like, yeah.
there was a little renaissance, which mirrored Robert Downey Jr.'s, and they used that pretty much as plot device almost. And then there's the third movie, which I think that was the first time. Like, you want to talk about like after Phase 3, like that like release you get of like the hype.
War Machine in 2
You get
as
War
well?
Machine in 2,
Yeah.
yes. And for the record, I did like that actor whose name I cannot remember as
Terrence
Rhodes in
Howard?
the first one. Yes, because
Terrible.
I do not see
Don Cheadle?
Don Cheadle as a sidekick to anybody. I do not. Or playing second fiddle. I don't.
Yeah.
And I think he made his Rhodes way much more evolved. But like Terrence Howard's a fucking
He's a
jabron.
nobody.
Always will be a jabron. That's why I was like, oh, perfect.
Yeah, but
Good.
Don Cheadle and
Don Cheadle's an amazing actor.
Don
Fucking
Cheadle and
work circles around him, but I don't need James Rhodes to work circles around anybody.
Yeah, but Don Cheadle and Robert Downey Jr. had such a chemistry.
Oh yes, no,
And,
that
like,
is
you
also
can't-
true. The right choice happened.
And you even like Terrence Howard and Robert Downey Jr. had no chemistry. in the
Right?
first
Yeah.
one. Like at all.
Yeah, but again, it was the first one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
then not to
and-
mention Terrence Howard felt he should be getting paid more than Robert
well,
Downey
because
Jr.
at that point, Terrence Howard was a star, and Robert Downey Jr. was
Coming
on
back
his way
up.
back up. Yeah,
Yeah.
and go figure. Now, you know what I mean? So, but then it's got that piece of shit Elon Musk. So I think we're just gonna leave it there, and it's trash. No, I'm kidding.
I mean,
Veto, double veto.
that brings it right down.
Yeah. But yeah, and then the third one. Okay, we were talking about like after the first Avengers movie, then you've got this. You're now back to a more personal story with Tony having like PTSD of almost dying at the Battle of New York,
Right.
dealing with that. You know what I mean? It is weird because it's like that's like the first time you have to kind of understand what happened in another movie to follow
Right.
the story of Tony. Which, I mean, they do a good enough job to, like, and then do their own thing, you know, like talking about how he wants to, you know, get rid of the armors and, you know, like, I get it. Where do you think, Tom?
The only thing
And then, yes, the Mandarin stuff. Thank you, affiliate in the chat.
and how
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't mind that.
The
Because,
fact
like,
that he keeps
you
popping
can't
up-
really do the
the
Mandarin. Well, I mean,
fact-
you can, but you did
the fact that he
Mandarin,
keeps
so.
popping up in shit is hysterical.
Well, yeah.
Ben Kingsley, the fact that Ben Kingsley's character
He's going to be in
Travis,
Wonder Man. He
he's
was
good.
in
Yeah, I cannot.
Shang-Chi.
I think he's playing Wonder Man's like acting coach.
I think so, too, yeah.
which is kind of fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
But the fact
As
that,
a trilogy, again, we have to look at it like that. But I'm
with-
just...
in Iron Man 3, the fact that like they kind of made this brotherhood and sisterhood after the first Avengers movie.
We talked about this, yeah.
And none of them are there to be there for Tony. Like, to be like, you know, Captain America couldn't have shown up and like, yo, do you need to talk? Like, you know, like, just
I mean,
like
Cap
this
was doing
or
the...
something.
Because then we were talking about it, Cap's doing the events of Winter
Soldier.
Soldier. You
I
know what
know.
I mean? Like, all these things are happening. You're right. But, like, you can't pick up a She-Hulk comic and be like, where's Captain America?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
get it.
these characters need their own
Yeah.
plots. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm jumping between I'll drink to that and it's fine. Because that...
I think it's fine.
Like you said, that
because
piece of shit Elon Musk is in there that
Yes.
knocks it down. And,
And you got to look at it. The
the-
Iron Man 1, it pretty much almost goes like Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, you know?
Yeah.
Versus, like, we have, like, X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men 3.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, you know what I mean? Like, there's a certain, like, if we were to average out these movies, and if they told, like, a good story throughout,
Right.
then, you know, we'd make a claim to do something a little higher.
Much like our next movie.
Like, so we want
And-
to talk about a very well handled trilogy,
This could just go into such good shit.
Captain America trilogy, number 2, 4, 6. It's not numbered. 7. Captain America, $2.23 billion. Captain America, the First Avenger, starring Christopher Evans. I type in Christopher. I should be typing Captain. Captain America, the First Avenger, 2011. Followed by Captain America Winter Soldier in 2014. Followed by Captain America Civil War, 2016.
Yes.
First movie, World War II war movie. Second movie, spy shit.
Yep.
Third movie, 1 and 2 done by the Russo brothers. I'm sorry, 2 and 3 done by the Russo brothers.
Dealing with the morality of what the Avengers are doing and everything.
I think Cap has been...
I think he's been handled the best.
I think so, yes. I don't think there's been any sort of, like, missteps in his character.
No?
As much as they vilify Tony in Civil War, I think it makes sense. Based off of the events of First Avengers, Iron Man 3, you know, like, he's kind of like... He wants to fucking... an Ultron? An Ultron, yeah. Ultron, yeah, Age of Ultron. He wants to be like, I'm out, guys. I'm done. We need to go legit, you know? Yes, I think Aphelian's right. I think you're thinking right. I think I'm thinking right. This is such good shit.
Such good shit.
I would... So, this is funny. I was thinking about this as I was trying to kind of, like, anticipate how to talk about this movie as a trilogy. Look at Bucky. I think... if you were to do like this, we have our friend Sean loves to say that the Nolan trilogy of Batman movies was all about Gordon.
Yes.
Which Gary Oldman, don't forget the R, incredible actor.
Yeah.
That's a joke. Gary Oldman, don't forget the R. Say we talked about this.
I know, I forgot.
It's okay. It's okay, buddy. If you take about Bucky wanted to be the hero, kind of died in the first one.
Right. Yeah.
Comes back as the titular Winter Soldier in the second one, and then has a bit of a redemption arc to wants to do the right thing in Civil War. Obviously, within all the bells and whistles of a war movie, a spy movie, and a comic book blockbuster movie.
Yeah.
You know? I'm very much happy and willing to put it in such good shape.
Oh, totally.
Bingo, bango, done.
Yeah, I'm feeling you're right. Like, both sides had logic. You know,
which was like the comics too. Yeah. You know, I'm sure. I haven't read the comics firsthand. I'm sure at some point they had to really like twist. You know, I got to dial these guys up this way. I got to dial the and like, why does that make sense?
You never read Civil War?
No, I never read Civil War. I'm trying to get the Omni. Oh. You know what I mean? I did see. So there's that book off place in Massapequa.
Oh yeah.
They had someone. I guess sold them Civil War and like all the different collections, but like I'm like, is this a good price? Do I want them all separate?
No,
like I don't know, and also I don't know if it's all of them.
I thought you had the core.
I didn't know.
Book at least.
I want to get the whole thing. You know what I mean?
I might actually have just the core book if you want to read it.
I do, but now I'm afraid if I read that, then I'm not gonna read any of the other shit. Like I you know me, I wish I had a stack of omnibuses right here to show you, but like I have a big stack of omnibuses. Omnibus.
Surprised they're not falling through the floor.
This is true.
How many you have?
All right. So from this, we go to X-Men Origins Wolverine. This is our Wolverine trilogy.
Yes.
This is X-Men Origins Wolverine, which came out in 2009. This was more or less, if we're following the Wolverine, we go to The Wolverine in 2013, and we follow that to Logan in 2017.
Yes.
Oh no, Affiliate says in the chat. I'm going to refer this to you, Tom. I can only really retain in my memory banks Logan. I know we saw Wolverine, The Wolverine. Origins, I really don't think I've ever seen all the way through. But... Really?
Ooh, we gotta change that.
No, it's okay.
No, fuck you. You owe me a movie for falling asleep on Madam Web, bitch.
Yeah, but you
fall asleep on everything.
You should have a movie you like. You should want to have it be a movie you like.
I want you to.
You fell asleep on Renfield, and I watched that. That was great.
I already watched it.
All right. Well, I don't know what we're trying to say.
I
All
don't
right.
know.
Anyway. Well. All right. So what do you say, Tommy? And yes, this is the spoiler alert. This is going to dovetail into the Deadpool trilogy. So, what do you say, Tommy?
I'm gonna say it's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Because I would think it would go lower, only based off of because I know the Wolverine is good, Logan is great. Is that why?
It's like, yes.
Okay, and it really does follow Wolverine through.
Honestly, the only reason it's not going into what were they thinking,
Mhm.
which is I was jumping between it's fine and what were they thinking, is because of one, in Origins, Liev Schreiber as Sabretooth.
Sure. Yeah.
So fucking good.
Will.i.am.
Will.i.am.
Second time he's been brought up today.
I know.
Amazing, right?
The dude who played Blob, I can't remember his name. He's like
Blob.
He's doing so much stuff. I mean,
That
Ryan
kid,
Reynolds,
what's his name? Yeah, Ryan.
yeah,
like
some
that.
Canadian
Some
actor.
chatty fucker in the
Yeah.
first movie, apparently.
Ryan Reynolds. I mean, what they did to Deadpool is disgusting. We all know this.
Right.
Yet Tyler Ketch as Gambit, fucking awesome. I would have loved to have seen him.
That's not the same one.
Reprise that role. Viper. Actually, I really loved the Wolverine.
Okay.
Because I think, because you had the whole, the Japanese aesthetic.
I dug it. I mean, I don't remember it, but I remember digging it.
theaters,
No,
yeah.
yeah. But that's the only time I've ever seen it. The same thing for Logan, but Logan kind of left a bigger impression.
Logan's good.
Yeah. I mean,
the whole fucking bullet train scene.
Yeah, that was fucking
the Wolverine is fucking nuts.
That was pretty dope.
I mean, the whole Silver Samurai thing was a little iffy.
Yeah, but I mean, what else are you gonna?
Yeah, that was
do,
a
I
little
guess,
wonky.
You know?
All in all, though, yeah, I mean, that's why I think it'll go into it's fine.
Okay.
And I think if the cast in Origins wasn't good, it would go down into what were they thinking.
Okay.
Logan is just, man, Logan's good.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, and
exactly.
In the chat saying that the trilogy started bad and built to great. Absolutely true. I think a lot of that has to do with Hugh Jackman.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of that has to do with his charisma as the actor, as the character.
Yep.
And just really, because I mean, if Origins really hit, and that could have just sunk the ship, But I think First Class helped, because I mean, the Wolverine came out after First Class, right? If I remember correctly.
I believe
so. Once those movies kind of was like, hey guys, X-Men, remember?
Yep.
Like, okay, cool, yeah, no, it's great. Let's get Wolverine back in here. Bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
Moving on. This is the top grossing comic book movie trilogy. The John Watts Spider-Man trilogy. Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
Starring young Master Thomas Holland.
I thought we were missing an X-Men trilogy as well, love, but those movies are
Dark
movies
Phoenix.
are 4 movies.
Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, because Dark Phoenix sours that.
Ruins it. Ruins a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one that was like, oh yeah, right. Oh right. Yeah.
That was much like.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's like much like how I. Yeah, because it's.
First Class.
It's First Class.
Days of Future Past.
Apocalypse. And then Dark Phoenix.
Listen, this is also the Rude Academy of Arts and Sciences. We're not missing anything. We're just given a list from a very smart cadre of human beings who are better than us, smarter than us, ruder than us. And we just are the mouthpieces for them. We're the pieces of their mouth. Spider-Man Homecoming, 2017, followed by Spider-Man Far From Home, 2019, followed by Spider-Man No Way Home, 2021. Here's the deal. I love all 3 of these movies.
Yeah.
I think they are all
Same.
great standalone movies. I don't necessarily think it is a good trilogy.
Really?
Like, I think that there are stronger trilogies in this
Okay.
movie. Again, this is also hand in hand with obviously Sony's got a part of this, and Spider-Man I think is like the breakout star of Phase 3 when he showed up in Civil War, because now it's like, oh, it's all about Spider-Man. We gotta get Spider-Man in Infinity War. We gotta get Spider-Man in Endgame. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of these movies tie into that. So, like, I think Far From Home has to do with a lot of fallout from Endgame.
Yeah.
And then that moves right into No Way Home.
Right.
But No Way Home also has a lot of MCU baggage with a lot, and previous Spider-Man baggage too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I love those. I love those movies.
Yeah.
I don't know what makes a good trilogy.
See, the funny
like,
thing
I would
is-
put it as high as I'll Drink to That.
See, the funny thing is, I'll say...
And I love those movies.
I'd say Far From Home is the weakest.
Yes, I agree with you.
Which
I
is
love
odd
Mysterio.
because it's the second one. Like,
Yeah.
Usually
No,
it's the
100%.
third one that trips.
But I love Mysterio in that movie.
Yeah.
I love Vulture in the first one. You know what I mean? I think the first one is good. I know a lot of people are like, it has such an over-reliance of MCU stuff, which, first off, yes, because he is, like I said, almost like the breakout star of
Civil War.
the MCU, of Civil War.
I mean, shit.
And Sony, of course, would be like, yes, it's Spider-Man, but he's got an Avengers hat, like, oh yeah, look at our boy, and it's the highest grossing comic book movie trilogy.
Unlike Madam Web, that is the lowest.
What was that?
Unlike Madam Web, which is the lowest.
Cripes. Like, you could not. I honestly, I think that's how, because when we get to Venom, it's really the only reason Venom made money is because people were fooled. People were like, "Oh, yeah, it's new. I know Venom. He's Spider-Man." Blah blah blah.
Yep.
So, like I said, I love all three of these movies. I think, though, I don't think I'd put it any higher than I'll Drink to That.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I can agree to I'll Drink to That. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Only because I feel, again, it does deal with Peter, becoming a hero, then trying to scale back, then trying to move forward, but a lot of it is, I think a lot of it gets lost.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, No Way Home is just so good. Like, when you see, like, villains from other movies, and, like, and Andrew Garfield's Peter's redemption, like,
Yes.
that, like,
100%.
that's why I'm just kind of like, man, like, that third act could really go into, like, such good shit alone.
I agree with you. Like, listen, if I was ranking the movies separately, it would probably be Homecoming and Far From Home. Homecoming and No Way Home would be such good shit, and then I'll Drink to That would be Far From Home. Like, that's how it would be. But I think just if we got to look at these three movies together, on average, let's say, I think it's I'll Drink to That.
Yeah.
And, that's how
I'll
I feel.
Drink to That. Yeah.
1 second, I just got a funny dog picture.
Good content.
I know, right? Great content, everybody.
Great fucking content.
Our next MCU trilogy, Ant-Man. Everybody remembers Ant-Man, right? Quantumania came out this year. Everybody remembers that? Everybody remembers that. 2015, starring Paul Rudd.
Yep.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, 2018. Followed by Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, starring, it came out in 2023. Oh, last year. Oh. Anyway. If you told me Ant-Man was going to have 3 fucking movies, I would have been like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Black Panther hasn't even had... honestly, scraped to get a second movie because,
sadly.
because Chadwick passed,
Bosman passed.
Yeah, like, I mean, if he... I don't want to be like, well, if he did, blah, blah, blah. Like,
we don't know.
We
don't know.
He probably would have had 3 movies by now, just saying.
Probably.
Yeah, I would say so. It's even actually weird that Doctor Strange hasn't had 3 movies yet.
That's right. Yeah.
You know,
he was just
because you would think that
he was just very much involved in No Way Home.
There's not really much. I mean, you can't really do much with Doctor Strange. Like, you could put Black Panther in anything, though. You know what I mean? Same thing. You do Captain America. In anything, you know, Black Panther was in Captain America. You know,
you put Doctor Strange in anything.
Yeah, but like, not a lot of. I mean, how much more multiverse magic stuff can you get that's going to be really like, you know what I mean? Like, but that's not. You know, we're not talking. That could be a whole episode of ourselves. We're pitching a third movie to make a trilogy or something like that. We did. Remember, we did do that. We like kind of planned out Phase 4.
Yeah.
Well, Fillion would take Doctor Strange over Black Panther any day, so there you go. I just think that Black Panther has more versatility, and I'm fairly confident those movies made more money. Just thinking as a business sense, you know what I mean? Like, of course you'd make... Because you got to look at how he was in Civil War, coming out of Endgame. Like, this guy was going to fucking take off.
Yeah.
You know? And is what it is. You know, life fucking happens. Let's talk about Ant-Man. So we're talking about nobody else right now.
Yeah.
We're talking about Ant-Man.
Like, you want to talk about a resurgence of an actor?
Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
Paul Rudd's always been there, though. Like, he feels like he's always, like... He's always been there. Paul Rudd, hey.
I don't know, like... The last thing I think I saw Paul Rudd in where I was just like, oh shit, he can... Right, he's an actor who's clueless. Like,
sure, yeah. Oh, this is also 2, 4, 6. This is also the 9th highest grossing comic book movie trilogy, by the way. Just, I didn't even think it would be on this list to even look at it. Apparently it was. So 1.6 billion.
Shazam.
Only 2 movies.
Fuck Zachary Levy.
Yeah, Zachary Levy. Eugene Levy, great guy.
Yeah.
Zachary Levy, piece of shit.
Yeah. I kind of put this in what were they thinking?
I was thinking the same
because
thing.
It's like, I don't know. I would have preferred to see them do Hank Pym.
Like as like a 60s thing, or just have like a Hank Pym?
Yeah, like,
in
I mean,
current
come on,
MCU.
like, you didn't have, yeah,
right.
Like,
I like the idea of like a mentor to a not real hero guy. I like that.
Yeah.
I have no love for it. I think like you're right. I think it could be like it's fine, but like. I'm also very easy to slip back into what were they thinking. You know what I mean? Like,
I can put it into it's fine because the next one I will probably put in what were they thinking.
I think this is gonna be something we're gonna fight about.
Yeah.
I don't think they were bad either.
No, not bad at all.
I don't think they were like remarkable.
It
either.
just was
which was the point. They were supposed to be a little
you know what,
small, but like telling the dad pun again.
Gotta hate you.
But then Quantumania was like, yeah,
we could do it's fine. I
think I'm gonna have to save my veto. Yeah, no, it's fine is as high as I'll go either. I feel like our gut of what were they thinking though was Listen, we can ruminate. I want to put it here.
Okay.
And the Rude Nation gets their veto once everything's all said and done. Everybody simmer down in the chat. Simmer down now. This is one we're gonna have to fight with, I think, and I'm going to explain. We will have our moments. The Guardians of the Galaxy. Quote Tom Vogelsberg. Fuck the Guardians of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 1, 2014, followed by Volume 2. 2017, followed by Volume 3, 2023. There was also the holiday special, and I
don't count that.
Yeah, we didn't. That was like, you don't. Nobody counts the Star Wars holiday special when they talk about the original trilogy. You know what I mean? So exactly. It wasn't a numbered version. It's not part of the trilogy. So yes, there are some exceptions to make. Tom,
say your piece. The first one was really good. I will say the first one was fucking fantastic. They could have left the Guardians as... They could have left the Guardians as, like, support and background characters.
Totally fair.
Could have.
Totally fair. Could have happened. Could have... That would be like an alternate
now
MCU.
I will say, like, you know, very cool. Like, you know, the way in the first one, the way they did the soundtrack was awesome. How they, and then James Gunn with the second one was just like, oh yeah, you liked that? We're just gonna shove it down your throat even more,
right?
And you're gonna like it because this is the MCU.
Okay,
you're gonna fucking like it, and you're gonna take it.
And they did. Actually, real quick, Guardians of the Galaxy,
Volume 2,
fifth on our list. Fifth on our list.
Volume 2,
$2.48 billion.
Volume 2 just really brings this trilogy down.
Okay.
Volume 2 was terrible.
Okay.
You know, like, the only shining parts of Volume 2 was the parts with Rocket, Yondu, and Groot.
Okay.
I could have done without everything else.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. It was like, oh yeah, Captain Marvel was like, oh, you like 90s shit? Here you go.
Yeah, so affiliate in the chat for our audio listeners is saying that it was very heavy-handed in 2. It was okay, and then Captain Marvel was a lot more heavy-handed.
Yes, the third one. The third one was good.
Okay,
it was a very emotional story. It was I don't want to say it was a nice wrap up. It was like, I don't know.
It's hard to have wrap-ups in the MCU because they're going to show up. I mean, we just got news that Chris Evans is going to return in Doomsday, and Haley Atwell is going to be...
He's going to be a Hydra Cap.
Right, and Haley Atwell is going to be back in it, you know what I mean? So it's like, nobody's going to leave. But... And also these characters will keep, you know, get rebooted, come back, whatever, it doesn't matter.
See... Peter getting his closure, I much rather would have, as horrible as it sounds, I would have rather them have killed Peter Quill off.
Okay.
And then the other members of the Guardians kind of continue in his name.
Well, isn't that kind of what they end up doing?
Yeah,
like, he doesn't die, he retires. Again,
but he can come back.
Retire. Yeah, guess what? Dead people can come back too, apparently, in these movies.
True.
Yes.
But, like, they should have killed him.
Okay.
And leave it at that.
Okay.
Well,
don't hold that. So you said your thing. What I want to say is I agree with you. I agree that 1 is tremendous. I agree that 2 is a little rote. It goes back to the well a lot with the soundtrack and with the goofs. However, I think that in that bit, you get good stuff between Gamora and Nebula. You get good stuff with Peter and Ego, learning about his lineage or his ancestry or whatever you want to say, and all the shit that happened with his mom. You get fine stuff with Drax and Mantis, and you get fun stuff with Rocket and Groot.
Yeah. And Yondu.
And Yondu too, yes. I'm just thinking of like when they're on Ego, you know. Yeah. But yes, Yondu is phenomenal in this movie.
Well, when they're in the prison, like that with Rocket,
yes.
And
That's when you're talking about that.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins, y'all, exactly. You get great dad stuff. You're right with Peter and Yondu as well. As far as Volume 3 goes, Volume 3 almost felt like, well, again, because this was also business-wise, James Gunn was ousted from Marvel, was going to go to DC, and then came back, did the holiday special, and did Volume 3. So a lot of it was almost like, oh, cool, I get one more shot to write these guys.
Right.
You know what I mean? So a lot of it is like, he goes hard. He goes very hard with the rocket origin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think High Evolutionary is maybe a little from a character I would not give a shit about in the comics. And I was like, oh god, he's going to be in this. I was like, wow, that's really a well-written villain.
Yeah. Because he's fucking fucking animals
evil.
up.
Yeah. Yes.
You can fucking you can pop as many humans as you want.
John Wick. John Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as you fuck with animals, you are the most evil bastard ever.
So,
and that stands true in any movie.
But that's looking at them individually.
Uh-huh.
As a story, the first movie, and again, it's tough because the Guardians showed up in the Avengers movies and Love and Thunder.
Which is why I'm saying they would be they're fine for.
I loved them in Love and Thunder because they were just popped up there. Yeah, I totally get that.
And then they went.
And the stuff with Nebula is also like, because it made money. Tom, Agatha should have been a fucking background character. She got her own fucking show because people were like, oh, yay, Agatha. I'm like, all right, cool, you want Agatha, here you go. You know, like, that's how the machine works. The first movie dealt with, obviously, them coming together as a team, working together as a team. The second one was them working as a team and kind of like all the family
bullshit
connections between the core team and their ancillary team, you know? And then the next one then kind of was the send-off, you know what I mean? And granted, yes, Peter retires, Rocket becomes like the next leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy, or however you want to say it. I think as a trilogy, this should go up higher than 3 individual movies. That's what I'm saying. As much as I said I love all 3 Spider-Man Homecoming movies, but it's not a fair trilogy, I think this is a very good trilogy, but the movies might be a little like, meh, like there's some good spots in it. It isn't all Last Stand.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I would put it intelligent to that. Where would you put it? Gut reaction.
What were they thinking?
Okay. I don't know if I can necessarily put it, and it's fine though, if we were to agree to disagree.
Put it where you want.
We need like a veto button, you know, for next
well,
year. For next year, we need like a.
You gave me the no button.
I know, yeah.
I have to remember that next time.
How do we do our vetoes? Do we do our vetoes do we do our vetoes as we do, or we do them at the end?
No, we do it at the end.
Well, I know the nation does it at the end, but
I thought we do it at the end.
I guess we do it whenever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
Right? All right, so I'm putting it into. I'll drink to that. Okay. The next, second highest grossing comic book movie trilogy with $2.9 billion, the Deadpool trilogy of movies. A series of movies nobody thought we would ever get, nor thought there would be 3 movies of. I have to go in backwards order for this one. Deadpool came out in 2016, starring this up-and-comer Ryan Reynolds, followed by Deadpool 2, 2018, followed by Deadpool and Wolverine, 2024, this year. Much like Guardians, some of these movies have varying degrees of quality. I don't think they work well as a trilogy. I think you could make the claim that if you wanted the first one to be Deadpool wants to do good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it. But then there's that's all you get. You know what I mean? Like, and now he's part of a family, he's part of the sacred timeline, however you want to put it.
Right.
I like Deadpool 1 and 3. 2 is okay. 2 has good parts too. Domino, Cable, Juggernaut.
Juggernaut was pretty cool.
Juggernaut was cool.
They did throw Black Tom in there too.
You racist! You killed Black Tom, you racist!
Oh man, that shit was funny.
I saw that clip recently and I was like, oh my god, it's really funny.
Yeah.
Like, there's stuff like that where it's the, yeah, like he'll just say these little bits and I'm just like, oof. That's funny stuff.
I will put it in. I'll drink to that.
Really? That's a lot higher than I thought you would go. Why would you put it why would you put it there?
Alright. The first one, I fucking love.
Yes.
I watched that one multiple times.
I would say much like how Iron Man was like a breath of fresh air in the comic book movies, this was like a one of those, like, yeah, okay, we're getting R-rated, we're getting that was cocaine. That was a cocaine joke. A schmocaine.
Well, I mean,
I don't
Blade
want to say
was
that.
rated R.
Yeah, but this was like, we weren't going to get that, you know what I mean? Like, we thought comic book movies were going to be this way going forward, like fun, bombastic, cartoon things.
Like,
see, there you go.
Jesus.
Exactly.
The fact that you two are on the same page on that one is fucking weird.
I mean, Deadpool and cocaine jokes just kind of go hand in hand,
The second one,
go
like you
line
said,
to line.
The second one, like you said, has some good stuff. I actually like the whole X-Force shit. In the second one.
that's a fun. What is that called? What's that one when they not reveal, but like not a distraction. I don't know. They the trailers make it seem like, oh, it's a team movie now,
Fucking Brad
and then they,
Pitt.
that. That's funny. That's funny. To me.
Josh Brolin as Cable was cool.
Yep. Small could have been Kevin Nash. You wouldn't get a good actor, but you want a big boy. Get Kevin Nash.
It also could have been what's his name from.
Oh, that I know who you're talking about. Yeah, from that Don't Speak movie.
Yeah.
Don't speak. Don't want to get flagged, Tom.
Without voices, yeah, we will. Just in general.
Gwen Stefani.
Rusty, fuck him.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that.
Second time he came up, technically.
I fucking hate that actor.
Right.
Yes, yeah, that guy.
The guy from Avatar and Terra Nova.
Barry Lynch? No, Steve.
I'll look
Lynch?
him up.
No, I don't
I'll
know.
look him up.
Yeah, the kid that plays Rusty, he sucks. The girl that plays Negasonic, I really like.
Oh yeah, she's good.
And the girl that plays her girlfriend is hysterical. Stephen Lang, I think his name is.
I think you're right.
My
name is Stephen Lang. I speak to ants and Ant-Man.
And then
Stephen Lang, yes.
Deadpool and Wolverine. I always call it Wolverine Deadpool.
Well, because you want that.
Yeah.
You want Wolverine.
Something like that. Yeah, that's her name. I also I did like a Deadpool too. How you saw like the X-Men real quick.
Yeah.
Yukio,
something like that. Yu-Gi-Oh.
I think it was Yukio.
Yukio, yeah, Yukio sounds right.
So yeah. Is Wolverine's adopted daughter. Shocker. Wolverine has another fucking kid. And Deadpool Wolverine was just so fucking good.
Yes.
I enjoyed the fuck out of it. Seeing
well, we don't want to. Well, I guess did Affiliate see it?
Not yet.
All right, so
obviously, Hugh Jackman comes back as Wolverine.
Yeah, and there's other older Marvel characters that come back.
Yeah, we'll just say it's
seeing
very
other
good.
cameos and stuff like that.
It's very cool. Yeah,
it's out there. It was out there very soon, and I'm glad I didn't get spoiled until.
Affiliate was saying that Deadpool Wolverine got spoiled for her faster than X-Men 97.
Yeah, there wasn't much of a. I mean, I watched X-Men 97 as it came out, but I think everybody was collectively good with that. You know what I mean? You really can't. X-Men 97 is just you can't spoil that. You could, but you want to see this guy from Deadpool and Wolverine. Here you go. You know,
exactly.
That's funny.
So yeah, like I said, I'll drink to that.
That's a lot higher than I thought it'd go. I'm gonna be honest.
One movie with one shitty character,
right?
Didn't completely destroy the trilogy for me. They honestly should have just killed that kid.
But I don't see. The thing is, I just don't see it working as a trilogy. I just see it. That's what I'm talking about. I just see it almost like there's 3 movies.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm talking about. Look from how Deadpool 1, because then you look at the stuff with Vanessa, in Deadpool 2. They just completely all right, Vanessa, you died, bye bye.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I gotta fight I gotta be a hero. Like, what? Like, I don't know. Like 2's a little disjointed. 3 obviously has fun multiverse shenanigans in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like, the only thread between the 3 of them, the only katana between the 3 of them, skewering a guy, is, I'm sorry, is, Wade just wanting to try to be good.
Yeah.
But you would put in I'll drink to that?
Yeah, I'll put in I'll drink to that. And yes, I know, yeah, the scene you're talking about, the feeling is fucking great.
Oh, yeah, in the
car?
In the car, in the
Yeah.
cab or whatever. Yeah, in the car.
Yeah. Educated wish.
Listen, I will, how about this? I will respect it going into I'll drink to that if we keep Guardians and I'll drink to that.
Fine.
Okay. We still have our vetoes, so it's all fair love and war. And now the whole point of us trying to do this Marvel trilogies rank up, Venom, our second to last highest grossing comic book movie trilogy Venom, $1.67 billion. The only reason why is because people got fooled. I closed IMDb. I think Venom came out in 2018, I want to say. We did do a Rude Boys Go to the Movies on this, and Let There Be Carnage. Venom, 2018. Holy shit, I was right. What's wrong with my life? Starring Tom Hardy. Venom, Let There Be Carnage, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And Venom, The Last Dance, coming out in this year, 2024. We did not see Venom 3. So we cannot actively put this into anything. But if I was going to put it into
It's
anything,
trash.
I would put it in Oh Come On.
No, okay.
There's still, like,
Yeah.
out of the 2 movies I saw, again, 3 would probably have definitely changed that real fast. Even What Were They Thinking would be fair, but I think just like, oh, come on.
Yeah. I mean, Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy was great.
Yeah, I feel like that might be a little hotshot cat. I know calling Woody Harrelson a hotshot actor, but I mean, you know, he was
What was he in beforehand?
like True Detective. He was in True Detective.
Like
he was
4 years before.
Yeah, but COVID happened, so he was
Oh,
teased.
shut the fuck
he was
up.
teased in fucking the end of Venom, so he was ready to be Cletus in 2018. Of course I can. Maybe they expected the movie to come out sooner. Natural Born, yes. But as far as, like, when I call it hotshot casting, it means that, like, oh, the characters in the actors in
Pedro
everything.
Pascal is hotshot casting.
He's also a
for
good
everything.
actor.
So is Woody Harrelson.
Okay. But Woody Harrelson also fresh off of Hunger Games and then True Detective and then, you know, Star Wars on the Rise. Zombieland, yes. Has a fucking career, asshole. You know, this nobody, Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. You know, right? He was only in Cheers, right?
Yeah, I think Oh Come On is
It
probably
was
going to be
fucking
where it
4
goes.
years after True Detective.
When did True Detective come out?
2014.
All right, so what else was he in post True Detective?
Probably the Hunger Games shits.
Okay. But yes, he has that cloud of natural born killers, so I would have liked the kid from fucking the Star Wars games. Cameron Moynihan.
He already played the Joker.
Who cares, dude? Really?
Yeah, true.
We're
Sony
doing that?
doesn't give a shit, yeah.
We don't give a fuck, bro. I would have appreciated him, but, like, you know, if he's going against an older Tom Hardy, then I guess you need an older Cletus Cassidy. These Venom movies were just a spit in the face, much like all the Sony fucking spin-off properties. Alright, rest in piss. Fucking those goddamn movies do not even have the energy. It wasn't the second Planet of the Apes. That is a fair point.
He wasn't Solo the same year.
Solo. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, it's just like, I mean, listen, they tried to do here's some things, this Woody Harrelson kid.
Yeah, this Woody Harrelson kid, you know.
That they tried to do Venom without Spider-Man, and I think the first movie succeeds in that regard, but that is it. Yeah, that is it. I mean, they do, listen, the way you do Spider-Man, the way you do Venom or the Black Suit Saga without Secret Wars is the way they did it in an animated series. Or in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Or now they're just like, it's a rock from space. Cool. Got it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, all right, great. I mean, you don't need Battle World to get Venom. You just need Space Rock, which we've seen it. We've seen that more than we've seen Battle World. But yeah, it's just a spit in the face. I think the Carnage stuff is fine, but like that's still not great. The Shriek stuff isn't good.
No.
Fucking shoehorning Toxin into it, like.
Surprised he didn't try to get fucking
She Venom.
Fucking
Doppelganger.
Yeah.
Again, Tom. I could have saved it. Amy Pascal, Avi Arad. I could have saved it. I got things. I got brains. You talk to me. So Tom,
I still think "Oh Come On" is too high.
I'm with you, but it's only buoyed in the fact that we don't know what 3 is. We know 3 is trash,
Dude,
but we have
to
see it.
We watched the first 10 minutes of.
We have to listen. We got to see it. So Tom, you want to just go through the rank ups real quick, and then we can confabulate, contrabulate any sort of vetoes. Just go through the. What do we got?
All right. So bottom of the barrel. Starting off with "Oh
Bottom
Come
of the barrel
On."
is a good rank. We got it for the version 2.
I have another version that we can do.
Ooh,
with
I
this.
like that.
I've been thinking about it all the whole time.
Oh, perfect. I'm glad you've been here this whole time.
Well, I'm multitasking.
Perfect.
Have I not been contributing?
Contributing?
Yeah,
Correct.
same thing. Shut the fuck up.
On.
And "Oh Come On" is the Venom trilogy.
Yes.
Next up is "What Were They Thinking?" is Ant-Man. "It's Fine" is Iron Man. And the Wolverine trilogy. "I'll Drink to That" is the X-Men trilogy, the Bryan Singer / Brett Ratner trilogy. Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi trilogy. Spider-Man, the John Watt trilogy. The Guardians of the Galaxy. Deadpool trilogy. And in such good shit is Blade and Captain America.
Okay. So before we go to the nation in the chat, how do we think about this?
I want to put Venom in its trash.
I mean, maybe, you know what? Fine. I you know what? Because it's almost disqualified because we did not see it, but because that is really just complete disinterest from your boys, because it looked like bad hot garbage. It looked like wet, stinky garbage, and I'm just like, I don't want anything to do with it.
It looked like a dumpster fire.
Looked like a dumpster, but dumpster fire at least is exciting.
Yeah,
this is just like, ugh, got ran over.
And that has nothing to do with like Tom Hardy's portrayal at all.
I mean, listen, I wouldn't want Eddie Brock. I mean, listen, if it was a choice between Tom Hardy Eddie Brock or Topher Grace Eddie Brock,
you'd take it Tom Hardy.
I guess.
I didn't.
I mean, I didn't mind Topher Grace because he was an anti Peter Parker.
I didn't like how goofy Venom himself was, the symbiote. I didn't like that.
Right.
That grinded gears.
One more time, I'm sorry?
Grinded gears for me.
What did?
Venom being goofy.
Yes, well, he's the star of the show. He's got to be...
Well, the symbiote
comedic relief. Yes, I agree with that as well. Believe me, I don't like it. I understand why they did it. I don't like it. That's why I'm like, did I really like this?
Yeah. That's why I'm bumping it down to it's trash.
That's fair. I mean, I didn't really need much motivation to do that. I only did it because it was like... I mean, based off of just the 2 movies, like the third one really would have had to tank it. Like the third one could then push it down, but like if it's already down, it's down.
Now, I know Philene was saying that she wanted to veto Ant-Man.
All right, yeah. So we got the. Do I dig this? Yeah, I'm fine with this. All right. So what do we have as far as the Rude Nation veto? In the chat, we have a Phillian. Take it away. What do we have? What changes would you like to see in our Rude Boys Rank Up Marvel Trilogy? She wants to move Ant-Man up to It's Fine. I'm okay with that. I think it was definitely not going to exceed either of these 2.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Really makes Venom look like a real wet piece of shit.
What?
Really makes Venom look like a wet piece of shit. Because it is like, it's like, get the fuck away from all this. Like, get away from all this poo-poo.
You get down there.
So yeah, this is our finalized RudeBoyz rank up for Marvel trilogies. Real fast, such good shit. Blade and the Captain America trilogy. I'll drink to that. The X-Men, Bryan Singer trilogy, Spider-Man Sam Raimi trilogy. Both Spider-Man trilogies. Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, Deadpool trilogy. I'm not gonna get but they were groundbreaking. Okay. It's fine. Iron Man trilogy, Wolverine trilogy. Might be too high, but it's bolstered by two really good movies. And the Ant-Man trilogy, nothing in What Were They Thinking, nothing in Oh Come On, and it's trash. The Venom trilogy, which really is disqualified because you boys didn't see the third one, and not that a lot of people did. It still apparently made a lot of money. Good for them.
People were fooled.
As always, Nation, if you missed our rank up, you can go to bit.ly/RudeBoyz rank up to get all of our previous rank ups in Tier Master archive form. I don't know, it like kind of saves it or some shit. I'm not entirely too sure. We did record this on audio, so that is going to go up on a RudeBoyz podcast in the future. And this Twitch stream will be archived on our YouTube, youtube.com/@RudeBoyz469. Aphelion and everyone else in the chat, I'm just going to say that for fun. Thank you for joining us.
As always.
As always. Yes, Aphelion, thank you for always joining us on the RudeBoyz when we Twitch stream and stuff. And Tommy, thank you for joining me.
Yes.
This is great. We obviously can't do a rank up without the boys. And then that'll do it. Let me alt-tab to the... Let me X out of that. To the studio.
Oh, God.
Yep, no, we're good. Don't make fun of my bookmarks. Everything's fine. Alright, goodbye, everybody.
Okay, bye.
Sweet. And the audio, yeah. Hanging out.
This has been a presentation of the RudeBoyz Podcast Network.
Oops.